And some more breaking news coming in. We're getting to hear that 15 MLAs belonging to Team Sasikala have in fact reached out to the DMK to explore possibilities. In fact, they have reached out in the last 48 hours because they feel that both VK Sasikala and O Panneerselvam do not have the lasting power. For now, we are getting to know that MK Stalin, in fact, has probably, spoken to them, has initiated the conversation. So that is the big news, that these back-channel talks are also going on. Not between the MLAs belonging to the VK Sasikala and OPS camp, but actually, between the MLAs of VK Sasikala and the DMK. Let me go straight across to senior journalist and consulting editor T.S. Sudhir for more information on the same. Sudhir, you did mention this point that there are these conversations that are taking place in the backdrop of this very bitter power struggle that we are seeing between the two leaders, VK Sasikala and O Panneerselvam. This is very interesting, but a big blow to VK Sasikala, if indeed true.
Well, it gives a very interesting twist to the entire controversy that we are seeing building up, the political turmoil that is building up here in Tamil Nadu. What I'm told by my sources is that at least 15 to 16 MLAs have actually reached out in the last 48 to 72 hours to leaders in the DMK. Now, these are second-rung leaders in the DMK, but these MLAs have reached out to them because they, believe that both Sasikala and O Panneerselvam, irrespective of who forms the government in Tamil Nadu, may not have staying power, may not really last for too long. And since they have spent a lot of money to get elected just about 9 months back in May 2016, they really want to secure their political future. So at an individual level, they are reaching out, basically testing the waters whether the DMK would be open to the idea of these kind of overtures being made by AIADMK individual MLAs. Now, having said that, that essentially means that many of them are also very uncomfortable with the idea of actually working under O Panneerselvam's leadership, and that's actually a big development that is coming out from a conversation with different MLAs, because they believe that while they are willing to accept Sasikala because they have seen her as part of the Jayalalitha household and the part of the Jayalalitha power structure, they are not very comfortable with accepting Panneerselvam as a leader because they believe that he is one amongst them and really does not have the leadership qualities to lead the party and does not have the charisma, which is why now they are looking at the third option of the DMK, because they believe as a result of this entire splintering of the AIADMK vote, the DMK is the one party which will actually have the upper hand. But I'm also told that MK Stalin has said that there will be no kind of poaching. He does not want the image of the DMK to get sullied as a result and people to talk that the DMK is the one which actually engineered some kind of a split in the AIADMK. He wants the AIADMK, both factions, to actually collapse under the weight of their own differences. So at this point of time, the DMK not willing to play ball. So the AIADMK, the Sasikala camp MLAs, willing to stay on with Sasikala for the moment, but everything may just boil down to what is the verdict in the disproportionate assets case which may come up in the Supreme Court sometime next week. And depending on that, that may really emerge as the game changer for the MLAs to decide which way they should go, stay with Sasikala or move over and migrate to the Panneer.
Okay, that is T.S. Sudhir, who was giving us more information about the talk that is possibly going on between the 15 MLAs and the DMK, engineered by the DMK working president Stalin. Sudhir, I wanted to ask you this question. What is your reading of the DMK in the present political crisis? Not just now, but, throughout, ever since the demise of the late Chief Minister Jayalalitha, when the state saw itself in so much crisis, whether it was those massive protests with regards to the ban against Jallikat or the oil spill, the DMK has been extremely silent, quiet, maintaining this wait-and-watch, policy that they seem to have adopted. Okay, we'll go back to Sudhir in just a bit. So a lot of developments going on. What we just saw were the reactions of those 5 MLAs coming out of the Golden Bay Resort, speaking to journalists, saying that they are not in any sort of confinement. They have no restrictions imposed on them. They're absolutely free. They can speak to anyone they please. And now this bit of news, a very, very interesting bit of news, a new twist really coming into this, this ongoing political saga in Tamil Nadu of these 15 AIADMK MLAs. attempting to reach out to the DMK. So these back channel talks that are also going on simultaneously, because according to T.S. Sudhir and our sources, they do not have that kind of faith in either of the leaders, not just in Chinnamma V.K. Sasikala, but even in the caretaker chief minister to last that long. Sudhir, coming to you now, can you just tell me, what has been your reading of the DMK through this political crisis that the state finds itself?
Well, in fact, I asked this question to a couple of DMK leaders because their essential belief also is that in this entire power tussle, the entire focus has been on O Panneerselvam, who has emerged as some kind of a leader in his own right. His profile and his stature has definitely gone up. So whether the DMK will actually suffer the collateral damage of this AIADMK split resulting in political turmoil in the state. And the DMK...
Okay, we're really having an issue there with senior journalist Sudhir's audio. We'll just fix that and we'll come back to him. It's a very interesting point that he was making, that he did speak to the DMK seeking their reactions on the political mess that the AIADMK finds itself in. But that's the big news. 15 AIADMK MLAs reaching out to the DMK, who so far have maintained their silence. In fact, they have spoken up occasionally, talking about their reservations against Chinnamma's elevation, her ascent in the party. They have raised the banner of revolt against her elevation, and also just very recently when she was unanimously elected as the leader of the legislature party.